Hi, my name is Debohomore, and I'm here to tell you about my 4 years studying marketing at the Department of Marketing Management. Well, my journey started in 2009. That's when I enrolled for my undergraduate degree. I completed this 3 years later, and I went on to study my honors in 2012. Let me tell you this, I loved every minute of it. Now, I want to explain the power of marketing and all that I've learned in my 4 years at UP. And to do that, I think I will use a high school analogy. Now, in high school, as they told you, they told me that maths is very, very important. They told me that maths is everywhere. My geography teachers used to tell me that. My computer studies teachers used to tell me that as well. But the one thing that I've learned, having studied marketing at UP, is that actually marketing is the new maths. Marketing is all around us. Look around, there's marketing all around, wherever you go, wherever you look. In fact, I dare you, I challenge you right now to ask the person sitting right next to you what phone they use. Is it a Nokia, is it a Samsung, or is it a BlackBerry? How did they know about this phone? Do they love this phone? And how much did they pay for it when they bought this phone? Go on, I dare you now. You can ask that person. Make a friend and ask them now. Are you done asking? Well, I will bet you that the person sitting next to you loves the phone or hates it as a result of marketing activities or a lack of marketing activities thereof. Personally, I love marketing so much that I haven't even sold any of my textbooks. I read them just as you would your novels or your magazines. In fact, this is my first year marketing book and I still enjoy it to this day. So, by studying at the department, you, like me, have the opportunity to put into practice what you will learn from lectures and also from textbooks. So let's get straight into it. I will now tell you about my first, second, and third year experiences studying at the Department of Marketing Management. Year one. Now, in first year, we got to learn about the four basic pillars of marketing, also known as the four P's of marketing. That is product, price, place, and promotion. You're going to hear a lot about this in your 3 or maybe 4 years studying at the department. Now, what stood out for me the most was that of the top five universities in SA, there would be UCT, Stellenbosch, Rhodes, Wits University, and of course UP. Only one of those universities offers marketing in first year for their marketing students. No surprises that it's UP. Try to understand it like this. It's like skipping mathematics in grade 10 and only doing it in grade 11 and 12. So ask yourself, after your 3 years of studying marketing, who's got a better advantage? You, who studied marketing for 3 years, or someone else from a so-called top university who studied marketing for 2 out of those 3 years? I think the answer is pretty simple. Year two. Now, in second year, when students from other universities only began to do marketing, we were so deep into marketing that we were studying each of the four P's in a separate semester. So there are 4 semesters in a year, and we did each of those four P's in all those years. This allowed us to actually identify which field of marketing we want to go into, whereas other students were only beginning to do marketing. We were beginning to identify interesting or fascinating or sometimes exciting fields of marketing that we wanted to go into. That's what I got the most out of second year. And also the other thing that I got from second year is that I got to spend time with my lecturers, because remember, in first year, class sizes are very big, like 1,000 students in one class, whereas in second year, it's roughly half the size of that. So what I got was that one-on-one interaction with the lecturer. It's still a big class, but remember, there's also consultation hours outside of class. And lecturers generally do like to spend time with students to talk about areas in marketing that we would like to focus on and so forth. Lecturers are not Severus Snape from Harry Potter. They too are like people, and they like spending time. They generally like spending time with students, and those two actually are the two things that I learned from my second year. Third year, much fewer subjects. It's a little bit hectic than first and second year, as you can imagine, and also fewer students. But what stood out for me the most in third year was the practical assignments that we had to do. I'm talking about a real client who came up with a real problem, who then demanded a real and practical solution for their problems. So it was really challenging for us to do that, and that's the one thing that I gained the most. Now, the one other thing that I gained the most from third year was that we had to complete these assignments in teams, in groups of about 4 to 5 people. And this was really valuable. And why, you may ask? Well, out there in the industry, in the working world, no one ever works alone, ever. And so we had to learn how to work in teams. We had to understand group dynamics. We had to understand conflict resolution, things that you will never learn about in a textbook, things that you have to experience. In fact, I need to explain it this way. In late 2012, when I was going for interviews towards the end of my studies, one question came up time and time again, and that question was, can you work in teams? Of course, I said yes. I mean, who can't work in teams? But then they took it one step further, and they said, prove that you can work in teams. Explain to us if you've ever worked in teams and what your experience was in working in those teams. And so, yeah, they put me in a real corner there because I had to explain all about conflict resolution. I had to explain about getting the best out of people, getting the best out of myself, and making a real contribution for the team. And so, yeah, that's that. Working in teams in third year was really, really valuable. So that, in a nutshell, is my 3 years experience. But some of you may want to further your studies and study honors. It's tough getting in there, and it's even tougher studying honors. It's like 3 years rolled into one and a whole lot more. It's mind-blowing, but it's definitely worth it. I don't want to talk about honors now. In fact, let's talk about honors in 3 years. So hit me up if you want to chat during your studies, and we can pick up the honors conversation after 3 years. What do you say to that? Now, in closing, I just want to let you know that you should work hard this year, especially, but also over your 3 years studying at the university. And you should enjoy your time here because 3 years goes by just like that. And the department you will find considers your needs, and personally, it's the best department to study in at the university compared to other departments. For example, the department has a well-run one-stop service where you can go and collect tests. Unlike with other departments where you'd have to search for your test in a heap somewhere, look for it, not find it. I wonder how much I got for my test. With this department, things are a little bit different, and they consider your needs as a student. So my words to you is think outside the box, push yourself hard, and I wish you all the best.